So hello guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another MotoGP 19 career mode episode, and this time we're going to be heading out for our home Grand Prix at Silverstone. And as you can see from the championship, we are just now 12 points behind Marquez, so another victory will pull us closer in to the grasp of Marquez. I need to get him, really need to get him. So for now, let's head out to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, and then we've got a transfer window, but I doubt I will move. I want to stay with Yamaha for the whole season. Probably looking to go to Honda or Ducati next season. I can't decide, so let me know down below, Honda or Ducati. But for now, let's head straight into the first practice session. Right then, we are out in the first practice session. Going to be doing our R&D objective, or at least trying to, if we can beat that lap time on the left. But so far, you can see running so wide. Oh my god, we missed turn one completely. We need to work on that. 201.9 as we shoot past Espargaro there. So here we go then. Has this been a good enough lap? The end of the lap's felt pretty good. We obviously messed up turn number one, but it's going to be a 1:59.2, I think it was. So a decent lap time in the end. That should be straight into Q2. Fairly plain sailing the past couple of Grand Prix. Obviously, we took pole, fastest in practice, and the win out at Austria last race. After a tricky couple of races at Sachsenring and Brno. They're the two Grand Prix in the season that kill me. Fastest overall at Silverstone, our home Grand Prix in practice so far. So we will be looking for that pole position if we can keep the pace up, and as long as Marquez doesn't come out of nowhere. But the struggle is always the race. The AI have amazing race pace. They're so consistent and they push. That's the artificial intelligence at work there with the smart AI. So Marston doing a great job of that. Right, fresh soft tyres, and let's head out on track to do our first qualifying lap. To try and get a front row start, pole position would be fantastic. I'm feeling quietly confident. I want to take the pole and the win and fastest in practice here at our home Grand Prix. So in the end, it's a 2:05. I think we went slightly slower than our last lap in practice, but it should be enough to get on the front row, I think. Oh no! Oh, I don't know where I found that pace in the practice session, but it's not pole position, so a bit of a blip in the system here in the qualifying session, so I'm going to have to come back stronger. What sort of tyres? I'm thinking mediums again. Do not fancy doing any hard tyre running. So start from the middle of the second row. Medium tyres for Rossi and Marquez as well. A medium and a hard for Dovi. So I wonder how Dovi will go around here. Vinales again on medium. So mediums all round for the Yamahas. Lights are about to go out here at Silverstone for our home Grand Prix. Who's that on the right? Is one of the Ducatis flying past. Vinales clips the back of us. We're up into turn one as Miller tries it around the outside and manages to keep it. But here we go. Take a tighter line, and Valentino's hit the front already. I'm going to go right round the outside, and all our lines crossed into Beckett's on turn 3, 4. I don't know which ones, they're all cool, but we're dropped down to P6 again. Ooh, this could be an interesting British Grand Prix, but it is our home Grand Prix as well as Cal Crutchlow's home Grand Prix, but I don't know where Crutchlow is, so we're going to be the leading Brit for this Grand Prix on our factory Yamaha bike. Gaining with the slipstream of the Petrucci there, up the inside, very aggressive. Oh, sorry, Petrucci had so much understeer, we pulled him out wide completely. The stewards won't be happy with that, but so far no warning, so we might just get away with that. Marquez re-hits the front, Miller back up the inside, Petrucci up the inside. Right, I can't afford for Marquez to run away with this one. We did have good pace in practice, so I need to find that form again. Oh, a little bit of a corner cut into that corner, which is the Formula 1 circuit, turn 1. Going around to the back end of the circuit. Rossi's now dropped to P4. Maybe our Yamaha won't do too well around here at Silverstone. Maybe it's not suited. Maybe I haven't got enough straight line speed compared to everyone else. But let's see. Dovi's hit the front. We've got a bit of work to do. Got to make this Yamaha work on the Sunday. Make it work in the race. Find some consistent pace. Look after the tyres. That sort of thing we want to be doing as we get underneath of Valentino. What a run coming into the final corner that was. Now gaining on Alex Rins as well into turn number 1, braking pretty late. Slightly missed the apex, but I think we get away with it. Just about to drift out wide a tiny bit. Now we can start to close down Marquez. Take it easy through this first sector. Oh, can't take it easy when you got crazy AI behind you. Look at that, Rins straight through. I'm going to get him back. Hopefully, no. He closes in front of us. He closes the gap. Pit the bike up. Get back up the inside. Look at that. Better acceleration than the Suzuki. Braking at the top of the hill. How did he go around the outside of us there? That Suzuki just grips like crazy. Pretty slow out of the corners, I think, but it grips like crazy through the corners. Cut him off completely there. Almost lose the rear a little bit. And he comes back straight at us, man. Give us a break. Give us a break. He's through again. Oh, just slipped around the outside. Now we've got a bit of a gap forming up to the front too. We've got to try and close them down. Right, I wonder what the gap to Marquez is now. Not many races left in the championship to try and beat him. And I don't want to concede 2 minute flat 0.1 from Marquez there on that lap. I know I can go quicker. I just know I can. Out wide there at turn 1. That's annoying. Can Dovi hold on to the lead? It's all going to come down to Dovizioso and what he can do in the Grand Prix ahead, I think. Maybe I should have gone for soft tyres just to try and get out front and then try and hold on. But if your tyres go on this game, then you just lose out 1.9 seconds to Marquez now as we're clearing the gap to Rossi a little bit. 1 point. Wow, he's miles behind now. Come on, let's push now. Need to try and find some pace from somewhere. A little bit wide there at the top of the hill. Bring it back around. Lorenzo's only in P17. 1.5 seconds to Marquez now. Just trying to hold on for dear life. Trying to push the bike. Look after the tyres and stay on the bike. All at the same time, which is proving very, very difficult. Having to work the tyres a little bit more than I'd have liked. I need these two to get into a battle, but I need Dovi to come out on top, really. But if they battle a little bit, then it'll give us an opportunity to catch up. 1.5 seconds still through that little sector there. Quite a short sector, that third sector. We're leaning on the tyres quite a lot. We've only got 2 laps to go after this lap as well. So we're running out of time, but hopefully it's a quick enough lap to close the gap. And I need to keep it at this pace. I'm definitely feeling the pressure. Oh, fast lap of the race from Dovizioso. I think we've just responded with 59. That is crazy. Look at that, 59.6. Come on, keep the momentum going. A little bit wide at turn 1. Come on. Losing my voice a little bit. Starting to get a bit of a cough, which is annoying. Tricky sector 1 this is. But 3 different manufacturers of factory bikes in the top 3. This is crazy stuff. We're doing it for Yamaha. We're the only one quick enough at the minute to bring this Yamaha up from the lower reaches of the grid. Obviously struggling this season, and I can see that because I'm just having to battle so hard to keep this bike up here at the front. I mean, Marquez he can just go so quickly, but I don't know if it's the Honda or him. It's probably him, but I think the Honda is definitely a little bit quicker than the Yamaha this season. Not even bothered about taking the win. I just want to beat Marc Marquez. That's all I want to do here today. Beat Marquez. Keep bringing the gap to him down at the front. We're closing him down here. Now we're starting to lock onto him. We're reeling him in every corner. I mean, if I can get the win and Marquez gets third, that's great for our championship. But this race could decide the championship either way, or the one way or the other is what I'm trying to say. I can't speak today. I've recorded a couple of episodes and I'm struggling to get my words out. Still a second to Marquez, and we're going to have one more lap to go. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get him. Come on. Around the final corner. A little slip from the rear there as we get it on the curb. Another 59, another fastest lap of the race. Come on. We're locking on to the back of Marc Marquez now. Round turn number 1. Accelerating on the curbs, costing us a bit of time. But here we go. We're right with Marc Marquez. I don't know if I'll be able to get Dovi. Oh, I don't even know if I'll be able to get Marquez. Nine-tenths of a second is the gap. Come on, no pressure. Tyres are at perfect operating temperature as well. That was a beautiful braking zone. Come on. Let's lock onto the back of the Honda, man. Getting our turn in and changes of directions done early. Out a little bit wide. 0.2 of a second to Marc Marquez. Come on, let's get him up the inside if we can. No. Here we go. We're going to launch out from the slipstream up the inside. We're going to try. We're going to take it out wider here. Bring it back around for a different exit. Coming on the brakes. Oh, so late on the brakes. Hold on. Open the door completely. Let's get him back. Let's get him back. Ho, ho, ho. Get a good run out of there. Oh, it's going to be side by side. Coming to the end of the Grand Prix. Look at that. Flick it up the inside of Marc Marquez's second place in the end. I'm not even that bothered that we just about missed out on the win. But we beat Marquez, and that is all that matters. And we did get a fast lap of the race. So crucial gain of points on Marquez. Now only 8 points up to the Spaniard, and it's coming right down to the wire at the end of the season. We're still so close. We're what, 12 races in, going on to our 13th race, and we've only got about 6 races left. 6-7 races. I think it's 6. But just about beat Marquez. So that's been it for this episode. Let me know what you think is going to happen come the end of this season. Do you think we'll be able to take the championship win from Marquez and get a win for Yamaha? Hope so. But anyway, if you have enjoyed, remember to smash the like button, share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe for more F1 and MotoGP content.